Hello guys, Colin Eastaway from Private Security Ibiza here. I just want to speak about personal security today. Where when you may be booking your holidays, you're travelling off to destinations like Paris, London, Spain, Turkey, Greece, any of those hot destinations where tourists flock to. Your personal security really starts when from the moment you book this hotel. Just make sure you do Google on the hotel, check its reviews, but also check the area that you're going to be staying in relation to the places where you're going to be visiting. Ideally, maybe get a place that's quite closer to the areas that you're gonna visit, obviously, and then also. You probably already do this, but then also check in and check the route, the walk time it's possibly going to take, and the route that you may take. What that's going to do, it's going to give you now a situation awareness of your surroundings. So if you ever are down and walking that way, you know the distance you're going to be walking. You can do all that from the comfort of your own home behind the computer, and then when you are booking, it's a really good option to book the actual hotel transfer, because what you're going to get there is a meet and greet service. The agents are going to meet you at the airport and chaperone you to the vehicle, which is actually quite a risky time, where thieves and pickpocketers, people like that, do hang around the airports, and they are looking for opportunities there. So that it's a good time. And when you do come out of the airport, just try and dress down a little bit. If you do wear expensive items, just put them away, or just pull your sleeves over for that moment, because what you're going to do there is you're creating attention to yourself now, because these people that do go out to steal, they are waiting and looking for these opportunities, and you're giving them an opportunity now. You can take that risk away from yourself and transfer that risk to somebody else just by covering up and following a couple of steps there. Now, let's say, for example, you're not going to get the hotel transfer and you're going to take a taxi. Just make sure you get into one of the legal taxis, one of the registered taxis at the airport. Don't go jumping into some unregistered or illegal taxi that you may find in one of these European destinations, because again, you're creating risks for yourself now. Okay, if you have to queue for the next half hour, then do it, because it's a lot safer. Now, again, when you do finally get to your hotel and you are going out to venues, any close protection operator will tell you that one of the most vulnerable times for your client is upon entering the venue and leaving the venue. Okay, it just is, because a lot around these venues, you've got people there, they've got no intentions to go to the venues, but they're looking for business, they're looking for things to steal, people to pickpocket, whatever they get up to, and they'll congregate around these venues because they know at some point you people are going to come. So don't hang around venues before and after. Don't go on your own. Certainly don't leave venues late at night on your own because you've had enough. You're gonna have to hang in there and wait for your pals. Stick together. Look out for each other. If you are travelling in groups and you are there for a week, for example, organise a rest day for everybody where nobody drinks on that day. If you all are drinkers and you all like to party and push the boat out, we used to call this in the army shark watch, and one person used to act to stay sober and watch everybody for any potential threats or risks. And this is a method that, like hen parties, even stag parties, groups going out into foreign destinations could use and definitely should use. That's my top tip of the day. Nominate somebody for Shark Watch during your trip, and at least then every night you've got somebody who's actually keeping an eye on people's phones, bags, and just the general watching out a little bit further, because as you know, when you drink, your situational awareness and your alertness, it all basically goes, doesn't it? Okay, so one case scenario that I've heard this week about someone hanging around a nightclub here in Ibiza was it was actually on a closed residence private group. What he done was, he was outside one of the clubs, I won't name it, one of the major clubs, and he was hanging around. Someone come over to him, "Hey mister, do you want to buy this, do you want to buy that?" Stuck his arm over his shoulder, and what happened was somebody else come in front and and started doing some salsa, some jig, and then kicked the lag in the leg 3 times. Now this lad was, he's there on Facebook, picture of him. He looks like Rocky out of Rocky 3. Right, you wouldn't have picked him, you know what I mean, as being a guy who's going to get mugged in the street like by 2 other guys. But it's amongst the commotion of him not going with the leg and stuff like that, he's looked up, next minute the 2 guys have gone and his Rolex had gone as well. Okay, now this is a tactic that they use. It's the distraction method. It's also the working in teams. It's not just one guy running up, going to hit you, take your Rolex and run, although that does happen. It's been a thought process gone into that. But they've also waited and looked for that guy, seen he was vulnerable because he'd had too much to drink. He'd been sitting there and they picked him out. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about cover up, stay together, don't hang around the venues. Now what you're doing there, you're taking yourself out of a predicament, out of a possible chance of you becoming a target, you becoming a victim of the crime. Okay, so think about all those things ahead. If you could put all those things that I've just mentioned in place, which potentially could create risks, you're making yourself less chance of less chance of actually getting hit, getting robbed, getting mugged on holiday. You know what I mean? So I believe there's some real good tips there, and I hear it all the time. Like when I ask people, "Oh, we got robbed," I'm like, "Oh, what was you doing?" And it's like, "Oh, it's like basic stuff, you know, what they done and how they got mugged." Like, I can't believe you got an illegal taxi, or what was you doing sitting outside the club on your own? Why just get in a cab and go? Because you know stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's okay. If anyone is travelling anywhere this summer or any time, and you would like some advice on the country, you can Google, you can get travel advice for that particular country, or you feel free to message me and I'll look it up for you and send it through to you. Not a problem. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you. My name's Colin Eastaway, Private Security Ibiza. My email is colin@privatesecurity.com. You can DM me and I will get down to responding. Have a great day, stay safe, good luck.